Good day, everyone. Today, we're going on a journey through time, exploring the fascinating world of Filipino children's literature. We'll uncover the stories that have captivated young minds for generations, from the ancient tales passed down through word of mouth to the vibrant, modern books we see today. Let's start in ancient times. Filipino children learn about their culture through oral traditions, which included songs, verse, incantations, stories, ballads, epics, fables, poems, proverbs, songs, and riddles. Let's move on in 1572 to 1898, Spanish colonization. Filipino literature continued to exist among the masses. Those who were educated read Spanish books. Those educated in Spanish colonial period read Spanish books because Spanish was the language of power and education during that time. Let's proceed to the 1578 appearance of an original manuscript by Diego Lope Povedano, a collection of ancient Filipino oral literature. Let's move on to the Doctrina Christiana, published in 1593. It is said here that it was the first printed book in the Philippines, that this significant event marked the beginning of written literature in the country and served as a key tool for evangelization during the Spanish colonial period. Let's continue to the 1898 American colonization. The use of English as a medium of instruction was introduced, and American books were brought to the Philippines. Moving forward in 1916, revision of the Philippines educational curriculum due to the passage of the Jones Law, and encouragement for Filipinos to write and record their own past. Let's proceed to the after World War II. Writing focused more on solutions and read adjustments to the new administration. Not much children's literature was produced during this time. After World War II, President Manuel L. Quezon had set the stage and encouraged the development of the Filipino language. Most literary historians maintain that Philippine literature in English had developed far better than any of the vernacular literature. This was to be expected since English had been used for so long and with admittedly excellent results. Let's continue in 1931. Revision of textbooks intensified the creative writing of books by Filipino authors using indigenous sources. While in 1935, the Philippine government under President Manuel L. Quezon gave impetus to books in the national language. Let's proceed in 1950s. Encouraging science emerged with the publication of books like When I Was a Little Boy by Alvin Mallory and Tales of Long Ago by Maximo Ramos. And in 1961, the University of the Philippines received grants from the Rockefeller Foundation, which allowed specialists in children's books to contribute to the development of the quality children's literature. Let's proceed to the 1965 Conrado V. Burgos. The Ginger Girl and Other Stories was published, featuring Philippine folktales illustrated by Florente Hernando. Let's proceed to the late 19th century. Jose Rizal, a prominent Filipino nationalist and writer of the late 19th century, translated Grimm's folktales into Tagalog, making these classic stories accessible to a wider Filipino audience. He also penned his own poems and legends, showcasing his talent for storytelling and his passion for his native language and culture. Contributing to the growth of children's literature in the Philippines. The notable authors include Gilda Cordero Fernando, who won the Panama Awards in 1963, and Gemma Cruz. Moving forward to the 21st century, With the increasing population and demand for children's books, more publishing houses are dedicated to producing books for Filipino children. Some notable publishers include Phoenix Publications Incorporation, Bookman, Kaymangi, Garcias, Alberto Florentinos, and Ken Incorporation. Alright, the next is efforts to promote children's literature. Organizations such as the Children's Library and Museum Incorporation and the Thomas Jefferson Memorial Library have played a crucial role in promoting children's literature through activities, exhibits, and cultural sessions. Moving forward to the inclusion of local languages. Institutes for the study of languages such as French, Spanish, German, and other Asian languages have provided opportunities for authors and artists to create literature that entices young readers. The next is the paperbacks and accessibility. The availability of paperbacks and affordable copies for best-selling books has made reading more accessible to Filipino children. Moving forward to the present day, with an increasing population and growing interest in children's literature, more publishing houses and writers are producing books for Filipino children. Phonics Publications Incorporation, Bookman, Kaymangi, Garcias, Alberto Florentinos, Ken Corporation, and others are actively publishing books by Filipinos for Filipinos. In conclusion, Filipino children's literature has evolved significantly from its ancient roots to the vibrant scene we see today. From oral storytelling traditions passed down through generations to the modern publications of diverse publishers, it reflects the rich cultural tapestry of the Philippines. The journey has been marked by the influence of various cultures, the embrace of the national language, and the unwavering passion of countless writers and publishers to create meaningful stories for Filipino children. This legacy continues to grow, ensuring that future generations will inherit a rich literary heritage.